I think that's the concluding and the most important video in this series, where you're going to see the real challenge that data is producing to most of the enterprises or organizations. Now, in the previous videos, we have seen that, okay, how the data is coming and how it is settling down and what is happening with the data after 6 months. Like it is producing some errors, some mismatches, some uh, incompleteness, and a lot of other data related issues which are related to the quality and inconsistency with the business logic over that time. There's a turnover in the enterprise. People are leaving and nobody's taking over their work, but that is creating gaps. If you look at in here, it is creating gaps, right? Now, once we produce the analytics, which is obviously some nice dashboards, excuse my drawing skills, but that's a sort of dashboard. And now I'm going to show you the challenge. First, obviously, not a single organization always rely on single system once it comes to the decision making. We have many systems that have been used to contribute into the decision making of the enterprises. So that means the data is flowing from multiple systems, and you can see in this diagram in here, some data is coming from CRM, some data is coming from finance, and some data is flowing from human resource. Now, here's coming a term called integration. So we need to integrate this data. Let me put quickly integration. And once these systems integrate, they produce the code that has been used to produce the analytics for the enterprise, and that code is used to generate the knowledge for the stakeholders or the business user, so they can make their decisions. Now, here's the biggest challenge. The data that is coming from all three systems is not a clean data. So you can imagine some defect might be here, some in here, some gap in here, some in here, some incompleteness, some empty fields, maybe missing records. And if it sits in here, it means that gold is going to be now impure. And if it is impure or dirty, it has a direct impact on the dashboards which we are producing for the analytics. Now, in this diagram, you can see why data is producing the challenge for most of the organization in this era. Beside all the technology and beside all the capabilities that we have at the moment, and I think with all these new technologies and with the introduction of the cloud, we have the best infrastructure or technologies available to handle the data. But that's where the challenge is, that are we getting the right data? And now there is another point that I would like to mention before closing this video. Each system is linked with the graph, and that graph is showing the data is going to increase every day. So there's no stop of data growth over the time. That means if we want to fix our system, our systems are going to be more and more dirty over the time. And once we integrate them, it might impact more and more on the analytical space. And what happened at the end, which most of the organizations are facing now, it turned most of the analytics invalid. So that's where either we have only two options, either we move back on the estimation on the manual system, or we have to replace the whole system and retire the existing one. So that's the biggest challenge, I believe, in the 21st century for most of the enterprises, where most of the enterprises are unable to manage the data and the relevant processes and how they can extract the value from the data in the analytical space. And most of us, we think that, oh, it's the technology issue, or it's the software issue, or it's maybe we need to get the better capacity in terms of resources. But unfortunately, the real issues are here. And the challenge is these graphs, which are continuously growing, and they're not gonna. So if a system start producing the incorrect data, it's gonna keep producing the incorrect data. Now, what's the solution? So in this journey, in the next series, I'm going to actually start showing you the solution, that how we can control the situation and how we can manage the data efficiently into our organization, from small to medium to even large enterprises, how the capabilities can be improved. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.